What's up, guys? It's John with National Sports Entertainment, and I wanted to go into tonight's game, also into the day in general. In typical fashion of myself, I seem to either be completely over the target. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that, Trot. I appreciate all the support, too. It means a lot. Uh, but, yeah, I either am way over the target and we have like 2 losses, or we just do terrible. Now, we might finish out decent. It depends. The Niners looking pretty good. On a few of these, we had the right team, just not the cover. Obviously, with the Falcons only winning by 1, and we might have it with the Giants here if they don't cover the 4. So we'll have to see what happens with those two. I feel like for the most part with these teams, still kind of over the target. A lot of these were what we expected, just didn't go our way. Bengals Ravens was obviously going to be close, which brings me to a theory that I'm going to start playing now. I brought it up last week. Again, Phoenix got all upset when I gave someone else credit for the playoff theory, but Phoenix did notice last week that all teams that Deion Sanders had coached or played with won. This even included college. And then Hutch also elaborated and said we should probably go with those teams to make the playoffs. And I agree with that assertion. And we were talking about watching it going forward, like a round robin, things of that nature. He actually posted it in the Discord, so thank you. I think it was Hutch who posted that. It might have been Double P. But basically, let's play him again. And sure enough, it's looking like Niners. Now, I was an idiot. Went against my Deion theory and went with the Bengals and Jets. Again, this was simply because I really thought they might be trying something, but obviously I was way off. But I was like, are they really going to run it 2 weeks in a row where, his team wins and all of it? And sure enough, Ravens win, Cowboys win, Niners win, looking like they're going to cover, which is weird because Deion didn't, but it's still interesting that they all win. And then Commanders looking close, so we'll have to see what happens there. And then obviously the Falcons eked out a win. So yeah, all Deion's teams won. I haven't checked baseball. Last week, all of his baseball teams won as well, which was pretty insane if you think about it. So it's something to watch going forward. Maybe if one of his teams wins, they're all going to do about the same. And maybe when he loses, like next week if he loses to Oregon, maybe all of his teams lose. I think, again, it already is crazy. When Phoenix brought it to my attention, it was 11 different teams that won. And now that I've seen it happen 2 weeks in a row, and it just seems, and Deion happened to win a ridiculous comeback, I find it really interesting. Again, they're not a final. Denver can still certainly win. And it'd be a reach, I could say. Technically, he didn't play on the Commanders. But honestly, the ridiculous comeback they'll probably hold, and I think it's the organization that really matters. Now, speaking of organizations, we have Patriots tonight. And it's weird because whenever I pick, I think this is the narrative they're pushing and the line they don't really care about, it seems to be the opposite now. It's just like the Niners. I figured that one, more people would probably be on the Niners, but I figured they still would let the narrative reign supreme. But then you have other ones that, like the Cardinals, look like the biggest trap ever, obviously, 4 points. Normally I would have taken that trap for the line, but it seemed like this year they didn't care as much about the traps, more paying out the public. But as I went over, that might have just been a week 1 thing. So this week we have seen more traps, in my opinion, where normally the Titans, I didn't pick them officially. I said in my video, since there's no reason they should only be 1.5, 2 points, the Titans will probably win. So, I'm noticing more traps than normally before. The Seahawks was definitely a trap. And the Bears-Bucks is probably a 50-50. So, they're doing a lot of traps, and it is prime time. For that reason, I really like the Patriots in this matchup. I don't think it should be 1.5 points. I think that makes no sense. And they really booked Tua to be good at home. So, I think that the Patriots are going to win this game. Part of me thought about taking Tua because of the Samoan bloodline, and The Rock was just with Deion, and anything Deion wins, turns to gold. But I feel like that also might be a reach. And I have a feeling that the Patriots are going to have a good game here, just so they can continue the coaching narrative. Tomorrow we have Mike Tomlin, going at prime time, and I think it's 20 straight games or something, prime time games. He's covered this. It's a pretty crazy stat. Monday Night Football games he's covered, or something of that effect, if he's at home. So I think between the Patriots and the Steelers, one of those teams will win, which is good enough for my system, because Patriots is going to be a leg 2, and should they not cover, Steelers will be a leg 3. And it's a contingency game. This is what I was going into, and it's why I like the system, because I can play a lot of contingency games. So, again, not the worst day in the world, but we definitely could have had a better day. We definitely have had better days. We're below 500, which we never like. Again, we got a couple with the Giants are probably going to be another one where it's a win, no cover. But we'll go with one that's cooked. So the Lions obviously did not cover the Seahawks. So it's going to be Patriots straight up to beat the Dolphins here, just because I do think it's a trap line. And I think after week 1, where they did a lot of as advertised ass kickings, now we're starting to see traps eke their way back. And a big game like this, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are going to be slamming the Dolphins. So it's probably going to be around plus 110, I'd imagine. I like the Patriots in this pick. And like I said, it's contingency, because if they don't cover, or win, I'm just going to be taking Pittsburgh tomorrow. I'm almost positive they're at home against the Browns as the leg 3. So, just like I said, I use contingencies a lot because I do think that they do splits all the time, where they're not going to have Bill and Mike both look goofy on prime time. So that's our only new play, is the Patriots to beat the Dolphins. And I think we might see again that the narrative of Tua is so good at home, but when he's on the road, when he's frazzled, when he plays different, and he has to play better on the road. Because they talked about the injuries, but they haven't really talked about his home and away record. They were talking about it last year, and of course, Hill's probably going to go nuts. Tonight he might get like one deep touchdown for his highlight, and then get shut down the rest of the game, because people are going to be hammering him for over 100 yards, catches, touchdowns. So I have a feeling he might have one really big play, maybe 2 big plays, and that'll be it. Other guys will probably do the scoring. And I think the Patriots are going to look really good. I think they want the AFC East to look like a very strong division. They're trying to push Mac Jones as better than he is. So, yeah, I like the Patriots to win. It's going to be a leg 2, as I went over, and it's going to be for one of our losses. Doesn't matter which one. I just chose to make it leg 2 for the Detroit Lions. So take care, everybody. Everyone that's, for the happy birthday wishes, thank you all. And everyone that's just been awesome. I appreciate everything. Just hung out today, really. Didn't do much. Probably won't be watching the game. Had family over, so I'll be checking in on the game. But I thought I can get a quick video out and just go into my opinion on why I think the Patriots are going to win. So take care and happy earnings.